My
No,
friend.
that's not the beginning.
That's not the beginning. Come on. There's a cab.
Okay.
Start from the
The
beginning.
man misses his train, so he has to spend the night in a hotel.
Okay.
So he takes a cab, and this is a cab driver, and he tells the cab driver, "I am gonna be very bored here, and there's no one in the hotel." And he says to the cab driver, "Can you bring some friends? I'll pay you for it." And the cab driver says, "For money, I'll do anything." So he jumps into the cab, and if you don't come out when I tell
I don't know what I tell you.
all right, so cut the card. It's the way you cut the card. Go ahead. I would put him there on top of it. So now the cab driver starts looking for the people, you know. There he goes, 1 block, 2 blocks, 3 blocks. He comes back to the hotel, start for the hotel now. And once he gets to the hotel, naturally, he jumps right out of the cab. Oops, no, I'm sorry. Right out of the cab and tells, "Yeah, you're lucky, man. I found some friends who were doing nothing, so I'm bringing them over, and I'm sure they're going to be very helpful." Oh no, the 4 men first, and
Okay.
he brings the 4 men. He says, "All right, but we got
Don't
4
pee in my
old men
chair."
here. I don't care about talking to old men. Just have young people, somebody who's happy. I want to be happy." He says, "Well, let's see what I can do, because for money, I'll try to do anything." Yeah, I can't even grab the card.
They're new, that's
So-
why.
So you want to
Back in the car. You went back in the.
No, let Dwight cut
You
him.
went back in the.
you cut there.
Back in the cab.
You went
Back in the cab. Back in the cab. And it's getting late now in town. And he's not too close to where his friends are. But he goes 1 block, 2 block, 3 block. He finds the guy, start back toward the hotel, and tells the guy, "Well, I hope I can get these guys out of here." So he gets there, and he jumps right out of the cab and tells her, "I brought you 4 of my closest friends that I was able to wake them up. They were playing bridge." And he said, "Here they are.
They were sleeping.
1, 2, 3, and 4. So now he tells the cab driver, "Well, we got a problem now, because they're going to leave. They're not going to spend here all night, 8
Too many
men,
dudes.
without doing anything." He says,
There's no
do
women."
you know any girls?"
There you go.
He says, "Yeah, sure. Girls? Oh, that I can find for you." He jumps back into the cab. Oh no, he says, "By the way," he says, "I've been working pretty hard." He says, "Yeah, well, here's a $2 tip for what you've been doing. And don't worry, we'll take care of you." So there he goes. Cut again. This is the last time you're going to
Oh, sorry.
cut, I think. I hope. And he says, "Let me see. I know where the girls are, so I got to go and find them, right?" Goes from 1 block, 2 block, 3 blocks. He comes back to the hotel, because he knows this guy's in a hurry to get the girls. So he gets to Luna. He gets to the hotel. He jumps out of the cab, and he tells, "Here, I brought 4 of the best-looking women we have in town." He says, "Man, you're pretty good." He says, "Yes, I know I'm pretty good." He says, "Hey, but I've been working all night for you. How about a little tip?" He says, "Well, here's $2. He says, $2? Well, you're pretty cheap." He says, well, there's not much I can do." He says, "Well, now that we have the girls and the boys, they seem to be, having fun. We got nothing to drink. Nothing to drink." He says, "Well, what do you want me to do?" He says, "Well, go and buy some liquor." He says, "But I don't have any cash. I have a check. Can you give me a check?" He says, "Yeah. The man writes a check for $100. He jumps into the cab. Last time you got. And he goes, and luckily, just as the store was going to close, he was able to get to the place and bought the
Oh,
liquor.
get them all. Wait, one's about to go. There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
My hands don't work that way.
Now they're slippery.
And, but he had to go to find them. And so he went for 1 block again, 2 block, 3 block, 4 blocks, gets back to the hotel, come on, jump out of the cab, and tell the guy, here,
Hotel cab.
I brought you the best whiskey I could find in town. 1, 2, 3, 4 bottles of scotch.
All right.
He said, boy, that's good. I says, yeah, but hey, you know, everything's going that way, nothing's gone my way. So he says, how about a tip? He said, well, here's another $2. He said, God, how cheap can this guy be? He says, by the way, I gave you $100. How much was the scotch? He says, $15 a bottle. He says, well, you only spent 60 then. Where's my change? He said, oh, take it easy, man. Here comes 10, 20, 30, and 40. He says, oh, okay, now we're even. He says, that's better. Now they're going to have fun in there. And he turns to the man again and he says, hey, all that work and all you've been giving me is a little tip. Well, here's $2. He says, $2, you can't have $2. He says, by the way, where did you change the check? He says, well, there's a club called the 468. And they know me there, and they cash the check for me. He said, well, where'd you buy the liquor? Well, it's the very same club, the 468, sold the liquor. So I had no problem getting the liquor, you know. And how about an extra tip? I need some more money. I've been working for you too long. He says, okay, here's $5. He says, $5? Can't be. He says, well, all right, here's an extra 5. So he says, all right, they're all dancing out there. He says, by the way, cab driver, how old are you? He says, well, I'm 35. 35, my God, you look like you're 68. He says, well, you know, driving one of these cabs, you get old very fast. He says, are you married? He says, yes, I have 7 kids, too. Beautiful. 4 boys and 3 girls. He says, oh, that's great. He says, and now that they're all having fun, why don't we sit down and we play a little poker ourselves? He said, I don't play poker. Cab driver says, no poker for me. He said, why? He says, because once I had saved enough money to buy my own cab, and I went by the club where I was a member, at the 77 Club, and I went in and they were playing poker, and I sat down. You know, and I got my cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the other guy got, he's got 2, he's got 5. Makes no difference. So he says, I looked at my cards, and I had all my money in there. And I looked at it, I got 2 9, 3 9, 4 9. I said, oh man, I'm going to be able to buy 2 cabs. So the guy who was still in the game raised the odds, and I says, I go with everything. And he says, okay, I'll see you. I said, man, I got you because I got 4 9. And when I went like that to get the thing, he says, no, wait a minute, my friend. You didn't win because I have a straight flush. That's why I don't play poker.
Yeah.